Okay, we'll discuss some of the overview parts, how what is actually WM and what I do. And then later tomorrow we'll start accessing the server.
Okay.
Okay.
And, sir, where do you work?
I'm in Bangalore. I work in ITPL office.
Okay.
I do have around 8 years of experience into it. I've been into different modules like MM, WM, SRM, and for a while I worked in FTP as well, the forecasting and replenishment. It's an IS retail project. Like I've been into some 7 projects till now.
Okay. Okay. So you teach only WM or MM, WM, and anything else?
I actually do teach MM, WM, sometimes SRM as well, but actually it depends about my mood actually.
Okay.
But I do have knowledge on different modules.
Okay. Okay. Sir. That is fine.
Okay,
So
fine.
these things like handling unit management,
Yeah.
cross
Handling
docking.
unit, RFIDs, cross docking. We'll also practice on hands-on on that cross docking as well.
Okay. So total duration, sir, of the course?
I'm planning to complete by 1 month.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Let's
Yeah.
see, possibly 1 or 2 weeks give and take. It can extend to 1 or 2 weeks, not more than that.
That will not be a problem.
Okay?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. See, you can see my screen, right? WM overview.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, as you see, this WM actually a module which comes under logistic executions. Okay, like logistic execution means like after we procure the material, after we have done the negotiation procuring the material, then we have to follow up the processes like how we are getting the material, in which way, and what is the mode of transport, and what are the delivery dates, and what are the ship dates we are expecting, the ETAs, ETDs, and after it comes, how do we manage that particular stock. So all these actually we call it as a, in the layman language we call it as the follow-up and closing of a procurement. So that actually comes under logistic execution. So as we see the screen, the shipping and transportation, these are mainly, these scope is actually comes under sales and distribution. And some part of the shipping we also do when we use the processes of inbound deliveries and outbound deliveries. Okay, if you can understand, like if you see some processes which are having which are inbound deliveries are involved in the processes, like for example we call as ASNs, right? So you guys have a knowledge on ASN, right?
Advanced shipping notification, right?
Yes, advanced shipping notification, exactly.
Yes. The confirmation control key and then the inbound delivery VL31N. Yes.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
The advanced shipping notifications is actually we call it as inbound delivery in SAP. So normally how the process happens, like the vendor, whenever we confirm the material to send it, then what the vendor will do, he will update with this particular ship dates, the ETAs, and the mode of transport. All this we will be updated in advance. Okay, then he sends an ASN. It is an advanced shipping notification. So normally in projects what happens, this ASNs will have some EDIs and IDOCs. With the help of that, automatically an inbound delivery get generated in SAP.
Okay.
With particular details, like which are all the ASN, like for example, as I said, the shipping details, the what do you call, the ship dates, okay, the scheduled delivery times, and if any packagings or any carton details are maintained, those are also be updated in inbound delivery. Okay, this is also one part of a shipping. So whenever we want to whenever the process is involved with along with inbound delivery, so we get in touch with the shipping, but not in the full scope. Most of the scope will be gone under sales and distribution. Okay, you following me, right?
Yeah.
If you got any doubt, please let me know. And also, I've been asking doubts in between, so you can know, you can respond to me, and also I'll get interest in explaining the thing.
Okay,
Because
sure.
I'm talking to a machine.
Yeah.
In person, then I'll feel interested. But now I'm talking to a machine. In between, if I ask something, please respond.
Sure.
Okay. And Venu, you're also there, right?
Yeah, yes sir, I'm there sir.
Yeah. Please let me know if you find any difficulty to understand.
Sure sir. Any questions are there, I'll ask.
Yeah, please, thank you. So these shipping and transportation are mainly controlled, and mainly these scopes comes under sales and distributions. But now we are here to discuss about warehouse management. This warehouse management is mainly deals with the material management, and complete scope will be handled by the material management team only. Okay. So this is how I have shown, like the main activities of logistic executions are warehouse, shipping and transportation, and both are these shipping and transportation comes under sales and distribution, and warehouse management comes under material management. Okay, and now the process, like how it differs when we uses the inbound deliveries and when we don't use the inbound delivery, how it varies in warehouse management. Okay. So if you see the goods receipt process, so normally what happens when we create a purchase order, okay, to purchase order we create a goods receipt. Okay, if you can see the second column. Okay, we'll explain about this. So we create a goods receipt to a purchase order. So as soon as the goods receipt gets created, the transfer requirement get created, means it gets generated in WM. So this transfer requirement is nothing but it is triggering the warehouse management process. Okay. So, and then with the help of with respect to transfer requirement, we create a transfer orders that we call as, whenever we put the stock into any warehouse stock, then we call it as a put away. Okay, and then the transfer order is confirmed. Whenever we confirm the transfer order, it means that the particular stock has been updated and this has been stored physically at the particular address. This is actually, I am showing the process how it is started from MM and gets entered WM. With the involvement of inbound delivery and without the involvement of inbound delivery.
Okay.
Got it?
Okay.
Yeah. So as we know, in MM the purchase order gets created and then goods receipt is created, and then what happens? As soon as whenever the WM is activated for that particular storage location, and this transfer requirement gets triggered. So once the transfer requirement is triggered, then with respect of that a transfer order is created and then it is confirmed. So whenever the transfer order is created, it gets updated in warehouse management stock.
Do they manually, sorry for the interruption. Do they manually create the transfer requirement, or as soon as the GR gets posted, the TR gets created automatically by the system?
We have options to be created manually or by automatically. We do have options, but generally what happens? See, transfer requirement is just a triggering document in WM. It has nothing to do with any updation in WM. It only gives the triggering. It triggers the WM process. So normally what happens, in any company, we normally make it automatic, because daily there will be so many stocks getting coming and going out. So in that way, what they do is like they'll make it automatic. Whenever any goods receipt is created, The transfer requirement is getting automatically generated. Later, after at the time of a transfer order, the WM supervisor will check the data has been created perfectly or not, or is there any data lagging, or is any wrong data has been put on. So all this information he'll check and finally he'll confirm. In that way, actually, we can have we also have a transfer order automatically generated, or we can create a manually. It depends on the process how the clients actually requires.
Okay.
So we do discuss on these topics as in the coming classes. Okay. About every document, about every topic, we'll keep discussing on this in the further classes. I'm just explaining you the process, how actually from MM to WM, how it actually processes. Okay. And now, see, if you see the first column, for inbound delivery. Okay, whenever a purchase order is created and then vendor has sent an ASN. Okay, with that ASN, an inbound delivery is created in SAP. And then as soon as inbound delivery is created, then here if you see, a transfer order is created. There is no transfer requirement. Okay? That is before goods receipt and after goods receipt. There are two cases. A WM activities happens before goods receipt and WM activities are happening after goods receipt. Okay. So if you inbound delivery is created, when we process with the inbound delivery, the WM activities are getting triggered before the goods receipt. If you see here in the first column, once the inbound delivery is created, with respect to the inbound delivery, a transfer order is created. So in that inbound delivery, it will be all the information regarding the material is maintained there, like to which packaging it has been packed and what date it is coming and how much it has been coming. So all these informations are already maintained in inbound delivery prior to the goods receipt. So with respect to that, a transfer order is created and confirmed. Once they confirm, a negative quantity is updated in WM. It means that system is expecting the goods.
Okay.
Okay, when goods receipt is created, then it will nullify. The stock is updated, and then a positive is updated, and it will nullify, and the stock gets updated at warehouse stock.
Okay.
Any confusion in this?
No.
Venu?
Yeah, no sir, no sir.
Okay. So you guys don't have any doubt in it?
Not right at this moment, but surely there will be coming up.
Okay. Please let me know. So in the same way, the goods issues, as I said, goods issue process. Like for example, see, when we are working with STO process, okay, STO process, intercompany, okay, STO process. In that, if you see the third column, for inbound delivery is created and with respect to the outbound delivery is created with reference to the sales order, or with reference to the STO, anything. And then once the outbound delivery is created, and the picking process will start. Picking is nothing but we do have two processes, put away and picking. Put away is the stock is placed in WM warehouse. And when picking is stock is picked from the warehouse and sent it to the required location. So here in goods issue process, we need to issue the goods from the stock. So an outbound delivery is created, and then with respect to outbound delivery, a picking is, we'll create a transfer order for picking, and then we'll confirm it and do the goods issue. And the same here, a normal process without any outbound delivery or anything, like you have any with respect to, or we do have some kind of processes, we do directly goods issues. Okay, in that cases, what we do goods issue first, and then whenever a goods issue is posted, a transfer requirement is created, and then a transfer order for picking is created, and it is confirmed, and finally the stock gets posted to required location.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this is the process, but the thing is, okay, fine. This is a little tricky there, but I believe you are you clearly understand this thing?
Yes, this, either in case of goods receipt or goods issue, there are two, the TR and the TO may happen after good receipt or before good receipt, depending on the situations. If it is before good receipt, then a negative quantity is generated. When after good receipt, the TR and the TO, the positive quantity and then positive, that get nullified and stock is updated accordingly. So this is the bottom line, gist.
Yeah, a little. So later on we'll go in depth and we see how the MM and WM are actually
Integrated.
undergoing the processes.
Okay.
Actually, it's like a 2D view I'm showing. Normally what happens, there are some reference, transit locations we do have from actually where the processes are happening.
Okay.
WM and MM are not directly linked to each other.
Okay.
Okay, then that I'll explain you in the further classes how it actually the processes are happening. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And the interfaces with the WM. The warehouse management is mainly interfaced with these four modules. One is inventory management, that is nothing but MM scope, and delivery processes, and this is nothing but a SD scope. Okay, and one is a production control. Production control nothing but a production planning module and quality management. So these mainly the MM, SD, PP and QM. These four modules are integrated with WM. And other models are nothing to do anything with the warehouse management. Mainly these are involved. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The storage organization structure. How actually the organized structure of a WM looks like. Okay, so you might be knowing the organized structure of a MM.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The same way, here we see the storage organized structure of a WM. How the hierarchy level of a warehouse management structure, organized structure. If you see here, the warehouse number. Okay, warehouse number is like it's a physical location. In any company if you go, you will have one warehouse we will call as a warehouse, right? So that is actually a physical location where the material is stored. But in MM, to the MM level, we use storage locations, right? So we do have like, in MM we do have a purchase organization or plant and then storage location, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is this the organized structure we do have in MM?
The organizational structure in MM, you start from the company code or purchasing organization, then plants are linked to the company code, storage location. So at the storage location, the MM structure ends.
So actually, we mainly bother to the purchase organization or plant level, right? Company code we actually don't deal with it. But mainly we start with the purchase organization and plant and storage location, and depends on the client's requirement, purchase organization can be below or above the plant.
Exactly.
It depends on the client's landscape. So normally in MM we actually stop at storage location, right? So storage location, we use this entity, organization entity storage location just for a SAP purpose. But in real, it is not a physical storage space. It is just a virtual organization entity we use in SAP. Normally, we define the storage location with some address, but actually where the material is maintained, it is maintained in warehouse. Okay, just for the organizational process, we do maintain in a SAP for organized structure, but actually the material is stored in warehouse. That is the physical location of a material where it has been stored. Okay. So in WM it starts with warehouse management. Warehouse number we have. Okay, it is the physical location of a material, and warehouse is divided and grouped into different storage types. Like we do have in a standard in SAP, we do have like high rack storage. Okay. Like we do have different kinds of storage types.
High rack, bulk storage, like that.
Bulk storage, high rack storage. Like it is grouped in some attributes and maintained at that particular storage types. Okay, and in standard we do have those. We do have the standard storage types, and whenever we want to create a new storage type, we copy that existing one and create as per the client's requirement. SAP never recommends to create a new one by yourself. It always recommends you to copy the existing one and create and make the required customized changes for the new one. Okay.
Okay.
So after the next level, storage type is again divided into storage areas and picking areas. Okay, and then storage areas are again divided into storage bins. Storage bin is actually the location where the stock is actually maintained, and later after storage bin is also divided into quants. It is actually not mentioned here. That will be seen in the next screen, I believe. Okay, so if you see the warehouse number, and then it is subdivided into storage types, and storage type is subdivided into storage sections. Okay, and storage sections are again divided into storage bins. Again the storage bin is subdivided into quants. Quant is the exact location of the material where it has been stored. To say it is the exact physical location of a material. So whenever anybody wants to see where the particular material has been stored, then you just go and check the quant of that material. Then it will show all the details. Okay, this material has been stored at this particular area, particular storage type, storage section, storage bin, and particular quant.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Here I see master data written on your slide. So storage bin a WM master data?
Yeah.
So,
one second.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I was asking that, you know, the master data regarding, I'm seeing the section master data written here. So can I
Yeah.
say that storage bin is master data, WM master data?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so but the storage type or the storage areas, those are the organizational structures, and storage
Huh.
bin. Yeah, go ahead. Storage.
Storage bin is
Mm-hmm.
also an organizational element in
Mm-hmm.
the WM organization structure,
Mm-hmm.
but it has to it is called a master data because we
Mm-hmm.
need to create a master data for this. Likewise, we do create a material master, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
in the same way, we create the storage bins, different bins. Even though we maintain we define the storage bin, but we have to maintain the master data for that.
Okay.
Okay, even it the main thing why it is showing is separate is even for a storage type and storage section, we do maintain the master data, but at customizing level. That is at SPRO level.
Mm-hmm.
But if for storage bins, we do can maintain through easy access also.
Okay.
Okay, we do maintain the master data for storage bin through easy access also.
Okay.
It can be created by any user.
Okay. It's similar to the material master, vendor master.
Yes, yes, yes. We do create some configuration, customizing master data for material master in background. And but later on we do maintain some master records for material, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
In the same way, we do maintain some controlling units for a storage bin in SPRO, but later after the storage bin has to create.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, that is why it is saying like a master data maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
But for all the organizational elements, we need to maintain the master data. Like what we call the criteria.
Okay.
For storage bins, we maintain different storage bins. But we don't create any storage bin at customizing level. That is at SPRO level. We only maintain the controlling activities, and then at the front end in the easy access, we create a storage bin, different storage bins.
Okay.
We define the structure of a storage bin at back end, and we create a storage bins at
Front end.
front end.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So then again here it has shown. See, first thing I want to tell you, we see here, like before going into this slide, I want to tell you that whenever if you want to activate any warehouse management activity to any storage location, okay, first it has to, the combination of plant and storage location has to assign to any warehouse. Okay, then only a storage location and plant is triggered with warehouse management activities.
Okay.
For example, we have 1000 plant and storage location 0120. Okay, and also we do have one storage location called 0130. And we assign a plant 1000 and 0120 to warehouse 120. And we have not assigned 0130 to any of the warehouse management. We have left it like that.
Okay.
So in that case, whenever you receive the material to 0130, there won't be any warehouse management activities triggered.
Yes.
There won't be any transfer requirement, there won't be any transfer orders, nothing. It is to the storage location level only. So whenever we want to trigger the WM activities, it has to assign to any warehouse number.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Plant plus storage location combination should assign to any warehouse number. Okay.
Yep.
So that is what it is showing here. Plant plus storage location is assigned to
Oh,
120 warehouse number, and second column 140. And here if you see, as I said, plant 1120 is assigned to warehouse here, and plant 120, 1200, 0140 to 120. Okay. But if you see, the storage location 0001 is not assigned to any warehouse management. So whenever you receive the stock at to the storage location 0001, there won't be any warehouse management activities. Understood?
Understood.
So the point here is, in order to activate the warehouse management activities, what we need to do?
We need to assign the plant and the storage location to the warehouse number. In that case, only the TR, the subsequent downstream things will get
Subsequent warehouse management activities will trigger. And also there is one restriction. Already assigned plant storage location to any warehouse cannot be assigned to another warehouse. The same combination you cannot assign to another warehouse. Like as I said, plant 1000 and 0120 assigned to warehouse number 120, right? And the same combination cannot assign to another warehouse.
Okay.
That you cannot do.
Okay. So you are saying that plant 1000 and storage location 0120 cannot be linked to another warehouse number. Say for example, another warehouse is there 130.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, one storage location can be linked to only one warehouse? One storage location cannot be linked to multiple storages, warehouse?
No, it cannot be.
Oh,
Okay. One warehouse can have a multiple storage location. One storage location cannot have multiple warehouse.
okay, let me write it down. It's a good point.
Please take down. It's very important.
One slot cannot be linked to multiple warehouse.
Venu,
Yeah. Yes, sir.
you following me?
Yeah, yes, sir. I'm just listening.
Yeah, please take down the notes. Actually, I have to. You want me to prepare the notes like please, you can go ahead and take the notes
Sir,
during.
this PPT is shared, right? This PPT?
Yeah, I'll send you the documents. I'll send these PPTs to you guys.
Okay.
Okay,
Any
and
important points, I'll mark it, and then you can take down those things.
okay, another thing which I would like to ask, since we are discussing the storage location and warehouse number, many a times, because I didn't work with the WH team, I was in the purchasing team. When we do the GR, when we do the good receipt via the MIGO transaction, many a times there is a WM tab. Okay. That is understood that, okay, now this is warehouse management product. But many a times we have done GR of many raw materials, but we didn't see the WM tab. So it means that those material in the MIGO screen, those materials were not warehouse managed. If I am not seeing
exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
So now you got it. That is it. So whenever you assign the storage location to any warehouse, then it is warehouse managed. Otherwise, it is not. So you don't see the tabs in GRs.
Okay.
Because it is unnecessary to create a new tab. There are some standard function modules, so it validates. So whenever this is there, then whenever you give the plant and storage location in GR, it validates and triggers the function module. Otherwise, it will not. It will verify some tables.
Okay.
So it will call for this particular tab. Otherwise, it will not call for that. It will not trigger that function module.
Got it.
Got it? Okay. Okay, the IM and WM interface. So, see, if you see this document, this slide, here the inventory management movement types is linked to reference movement type, and in turn it is linked to warehouse management movement types. So, by seeing this slide, we can confirm that inventory management movement types are not directly linked to warehouse management movement types. Okay, so it is indirectly connected to warehouse through reference movement types. These reference movement types are actually, maintained like, for example, we do have 101 movement type in inventory.
Hello?
And then, yeah.
Yeah, your voice died down. What happened? I missed that.
Okay. Like, we do have a inventory management movement type 101. It is actually not directly connected to warehouse management movement type. It is connected to reference movement type, and from then reference movement type is connected to warehouse management movement type. Okay. So with this, what happens? A single movement type, single inventory movement type can be assigned to as many reference movement types.
Okay.
In the same way, a single reference movement type can be assigned to as many warehouse management movement types. It is actually, there is no control over reference movement type. And the reason why it has actually maintained in such a way, that we'll discuss in the later classes when we discuss on movement types. Okay.
Okay.
But you just keep in mind that what is the reason the reference movement type is been added? Why it is not directly linked to warehouse movement type? That is the point here. That we will discuss during movement type discussions.
Okay.
Okay. Just keep this point. Please highlight this point. When we discuss like why it is not. So you can also take down this point. And see here how the inventory management and WM interfaces actually works. See, whenever as I said, like now we have received the goods to the storage location 0120, and now it is warehouse managed, the storage location. So as soon as you create you receive this stock, I told you that a transfer requirement is generated. So whenever a transfer requirement is generated, the stock is updated in reference storage types that we call as what we call that interface storage types. We see 902.
Yes.
Yeah. So it is actually it will get updated there, and later when we do the transfer orders and confirm the transfer order, then particular stock gets updated in the warehouse number 120, and then it gets wiped off this goods receipt area.
Okay.
Okay. Any doubt?
Not really, but when we will do the hands-on practice, we, this will make more sense, that exactly where that area is coming up in the SAP screen and how it is going. It will make more sense once we do that practice.
Yeah, I'll show you all that. Today is just an overview, so I'm just giving you some details.
Yep.
If you feel heavy, then we can stop. Okay?
No. Okay.
I will slowly giving you. If you feel like a lot of topics we have covered, then I will stop for a while.
No, it's okay.
So as I said, like normally inventory management and WM are not directly linked. Every time there is some reference, interface between these two, IM and WM. When even the movement types or any stock you get it. So every time there is a reference between the you will see. Okay, so whenever we receive a storage location, what we do, we call as an in-transit storage types. See, for example, you have received some material. Okay, material has been arrived to your premises, and you will not directly take it to your warehouse, right? You will hold somewhere else. Okay, you will hold it for some time, and then you will count those materials, you check the quality, and finally you will ask your labor to update in warehouse number, right? So in the meanwhile, you should show in the system also that a particular material at some location, it's some transit location. The same thing we see here is a good receipt areas, goods receipt area, goods issue area. So whenever a material is received at our premises, it cannot directly be updated in warehouse management. It is stored at some temporary areas, and from there we do some validation, and when we are fine with that particular stock, particular quantity, and we'll confirm it and we'll take it to the warehouse.
Okay.
This
So
is
right
how the
now.
process happens, right?
Okay. Okay. So right now it may be lying just outside the dock, door of the dock. Okay, if I am visualizing the warehouse correctly, but in the system, when I'm trying to recall the Migo transaction, and in the system when we are doing the good receipt, at that time we do not have that ability. Do we have that ability to put in this interface storage type? No, right?
Interface? Yeah. See, yeah.
I mean,
Actually, we can configure those things.
Okay.
This actually comes by movement types. So in the configuration, we do maintain these particular storage types.
Okay.
So whenever 101, any 101 or whatever the movement types, we do configure that particular movement type 101. Okay. 101 movement type means goods receipt in inventory management. And okay, in WM, what kind of a process has to be happen? So what we do, okay, for 101 movement type, we assign again a 101 movement type in WM, and whenever this 101 is triggered, okay, you store that particular stock at some in-transit area. Okay, and in-transit area, like you call as some source area or something. So whenever you create a 101, it will hold somewhere else. It will hold some material, and then it will be placed in warehouse stock.
Okay.
So we do have when we do in normally how we do is, we do have a two-step procedure. Do you know this?
Two-step procedure.
When
Transfer between. Are you talking about the transfer postings?
No.
Okay.
No, even in good receipt also. For example, now we are using WM, so we are seeing that particular material in some transit area. We verify it, we validate the complete quantity, and finally we will post in warehouse. But when we are not using warehouse management, we do have some option of holding that material at particular area before completely posting it. We do have some two-step process in GR as well without the WM.
Okay.
The 103 and confirmation.
Okay, 103, 105. Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Block stock and release from block stock. Okay.
Yeah. We'll GR block stock. It's not a block stock.
Yeah, GR block stock.
GR block stock. It is actually we'll store at some transit area. We'll validate it, and when we find with that, we'll update it.
Okay.
Okay. In the same way, when we use the WM, we do have some reference storage types. We do have some transit storage types. That is what I'm trying to explain you.
Yeah.
When we see, when we see hands-on, you'll have a clear idea on it.
Okay. Perfectly. Actually, what I was trying, I understood it physically, the physical concept I understood. I was trying to understand this from the technical point of view, that at what configuration the movement type 101 is linked to the storage type 902, so that, when I'm doing a good receipt, it automatically places the goods into the storage type 902.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. So that what I was
No,
thinking.
in movement types, it is like, the inventory management movement type 101 is linked to reference movement type 101, and then 101 reference movement type is linked to WM 101. In WM 101, we maintain the storage types, the transit, in transit or temporary storage types there.
Okay.
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 So whenever this triggered, automatically system triggers this WM movement type and search for which storage type it has to store. Then it picks this particular storage type. That will discuss, during the movement type
Okay.
discussions.
Okay.
Okay, this is the warehouse WM process. The WM process is, as I told you, like what are all the documents are involved in WM processes. So goods receipt is created, and once the goods receipt, the transfer requirement is created, and with respect to TR, we create a transfer order, and transfer order, when you confirm it, the quants get updated. So in all this, I'll just explain you what actually is what is. So transfer requirement is a document which actually triggers the WM process. Okay. And transfer order is a document. See, as we know in MM, if you want to move the stock to some area, we need to do transfer posting, right? And we do have some movement types to transfer the goods.
Exactly.
But in WM, for any movement of a goods in WM level, we create a transfer order.
Okay.
Got it? Any kind of a movement in WM, transfer order is created.
The kind of movement transfer order is created. Why the first one then is not showing any storage type good receipt area? Okay, the quant in the good receipt area. Okay, so that quant
is actually the temporary area.
Yeah.
Temporary area.
Okay, so this quant is a virtual quant, right?
Yeah, virtual. It is just a virtual for a temporary hold. So when you create a transfer requirement, alongside this temporary goods receipt area is updated with the storage type and quant.
Okay.
When you create a transfer order and confirm it, that particular stock gets updated in the actual warehouse storage type and storage bin, and that gets off.
Okay.
So what is a quant?
Material bin combination.
No, quant.
Yeah, material and bin combination, the last unit in the organizational structure below the storage bin, if there is any unit of organizational unit in warehouse, that I will call quant, which is actually a material and storage bin combination.
Quant is the exact physical location of a stock. Okay.
Okay.
So this is stock without TR and TO. So there can be some processes. It is showing like every time there is not required, the WM process will go like this: goods received, transfer requirement, transfer order, and quant updated. Every time this process can be, there can be some what you call exceptions. There can be some exceptional process. For example, you have purchased some liquid, some acid, okay, and that acid has to directly go and stored in any storage type. You cannot ask them to wait at some place or check it and get it updated in warehouse management. Okay, sometimes you want to directly send your no truck into warehouse and get dump in that particular area. So in that cases, so there are some arrangements, there is a possibility of maintaining that kind of a scenarios also.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Venugopal, please send PPT. Okay. So can we discuss this tomorrow or we'll stop for this today?
Yeah, if you want to stop, you can stop.
Fine, sir. We'll discuss tomorrow.
Because because I've been I've explained a lot, I believe, today. So many things.
Mm-hmm.
So tomorrow also we'll go for some other slides, and then we'll go for hands-on topic by
So,
topic.
please send PPT, sir. We'll just go through that. And
Yeah, I'll send it. 1 second. Be online.